welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for clicking on today's video. Yes, we have the plant in the background, can you see? If you haven't watched my homeware haul video, then please make sure to go check that out. There you'll see a little bit of that in there. So today I thought I would just sit down and do a really quick no foundation tutorial. It is a question that I've gotten before in the comments and I just haven't managed to get around to filming that video for you guys. But today I had a few minutes, so I thought I'd sit down and do it for you. This is a technique that I use when I don't want to wear foundation, but I still do want to look put together and to have a face that looks done. It's kind of like a cheat step for me, but it also works great for any of you out there that don't want to feel like you're wearing a lot on your skin and your skin can't breathe under foundation. I know a lot of people do say that they don't feel like their skin can breathe under foundation, or they feel like something is sitting on their skin. Doing this without foundation, the routine that I'm going to show you will help you kind of put that aside, and I'm hoping this tutorial will be useful for you guys to see how you can still get decent coverage and still look like you have gone to the effort of doing a full face when you've actually just cheated and used and cut out the foundation step out altogether. Yeah, so it's just going to be a quick, simple video using a few new products that I have started incorporating into my routine. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Of course, before I start the video, I can't before I ask you to subscribe to my channel. It would mean a great deal to me and would support this channel so much. So please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Join the fun gang and follow me over on Instagram. You can keep up with me and my daily antics over there. Yeah, so I think that's it. Let's just get started. Okay guys, so I'm starting off with eyes done, but my face is completely bare. So I'm going to start off with this, which is the Colourpop All Star Matte and Blur Primer. I featured this in a video the other day, but you guys, I've been using this primer since then and I am obsessed. As in, after I did my makeup, and then I just started like walking around the house, doing a few errands, la la la. And then I kept catching my face in the mirror. My skin just looked completely beautiful, like just so flawless. And I've put it down basically to this primer. Its blurring abilities are the truth. Like honestly, I just feel as though it really just creates like this perfect canvas for my makeup to go on top of. And I think this is basically just shot up to the top of my primer list. So this is bae at the moment. And definitely it does do the mattifying thing, but without draining out your skin as well. But I love it for the blurring properties more than I do for the mattifying properties. So I have to shout that out like 100%. It's incredible. So I've put that on, all right? And then if you're like me, you've got blemishes on your skin, and so you can see that I've got dark marks all over my cheeks where I had breakouts this past year. And that's typical for dark skinned women or people of colour, is that when you do get a blemish that you will get a dark mark afterwards, just because it's the way that the hyperpigmentation works in our skin. The pigmentation works in our skin and we end up getting marks like this. So if I'm not going to do a full coverage look, I do still need to cover up those marks. And the way that I do that is to go in with a concealer. So I know like over the past couple of years, concealers have been hyped up because of their use for highlighting under eyes and maybe contouring as well. But concealer can also be used to cover up marks. And I've kind of stopped using orange corrector. I used to do that maybe a year ago and beyond, but I really kind of just stopped doing it. I think it was mostly laziness, but actually I just found that I don't really need it unless I've got a really stubborn like blotch of darkness, yeah? So what I'm going to do is to go in with a concealer, but one that that kind of is close to my skin tone. So what I'm going to do is go in with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and the shade I'm going in with is Deep Dark 52. It's not exactly my skin tone, but it doesn't need to be exactly my skin tone, because I'm going to go, of course, over my face with some powder after this. But you want to get one close enough to your skin tone that will kind of help to blur and cover up those marks. So I'm just going to put this on my cheeks, which is where I've got most of my dark marks. I'm just dabbing it on basically. A little bit here around my mouth, some on my chin. You guys, this pregnancy done messed me up, as in I didn't used to have this many blemishes on my skin, but hey. And then I'm going in with a, oops, not that brush, that's the wrong one. And then I'm going in with a domed fluffy brush. It's kind of like a really teeny tiny foundation brush, like a buffing brush. And I'm just using that to basically blend this concealer in to my skin. I am just going to brighten up under my eyes a little bit, and I'm going into the same concealer but in the shade Dark 46. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that under my eyes, just to help brighten up. This step is absolutely not 100% necessary, like you don't need to do this if you don't feel like you want to brighten up. Okay, then I need to go in and set my face, and I have been using the Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder in the shade Medium Deep, and I've been liking it actually, how it's kind of applies onto my face. So I'm just going in with a flat top brush. This is from Wet n Wild. And then I'm just pressing that powder into the skin. You don't need too much powder, so don't go ham. Just a little bit will take you a long way. And this powder is so finely milled, your brush actually ends up picking up quite a bit, so make sure you tap off the excess before you go in. So you can see I'm just pushing the powder into the skin. I'm not brushing it on like I would with a pressed powder. Alright, going into bronzer, my favourite bronzer of the moment, which is the Black Radiance Pressed Powder in Ebony. And I'm just going to apply that to my cheekbones, whatever's left of them, that is, and the perimeter of my face. Just to warm that up and balance it out. For blush, going into my e.l.f. dark blush palette, and I'm using those two colours at the bottom there. And I'm just going to add some of that to my cheeks. And then I feel like I want to just add like a little bit more like glisten to it. So I'm going in with my Milani Baked Blush in Rose Doro, which is basically rose gold. Ooh. And just picking up a little bit of that on the brush and just adding that just lightly on top of my blush, just to give it a little bit of a glistening. The little gold and pink reflex just kind of help it look really healthy. So I've just kind of filled in all of my lips, and then I'm going to go in with Colourpop's Champagne Mami on top. It's like a peachy pink gloss. And then just apply that all over. This smells so good. Alright guys, so that is the quick and finished look. So this is basically what I do to kind of cut out the foundation step. It saves me a lot of time just because it's only the powder and I don't have to think too much about blending out my foundation and la 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 la. It's also quite lightweight, so your skin feels like it can breathe. So if you do just want a look where you still want to look put together and quite done up, but you don't want to feel like your skin is suffocating, then definitely doing this no foundation routine is it. And it saves me so much time, especially now that I've got the little one, so quick and easy, in and out, and then I'm ready to go. Yeah, so that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you loved it and you want to hang around, then please make sure to join the fam gang and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in my next one.